welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have another look at 3 different games again for Windows 10 Mobile in this case. With a little bit of a tweak, I have all the different things you already know about with me, which is of course a Bluetooth mouse, which is this one. I'm going to use the foldable keyboard, which is this one. I could be using a gamepad like the Xbox One wireless controller, but I'm not going to because this game doesn't support it in this case. And the little tweak I told you about is more or less that I'm using my Lumia 950 XL with a different cable, because this cable doesn't use the display dock which is standing at the side, but it's just one cable which is connecting by HDMI to my TV. So I have this USB-C to HDMI cable, which is giving us a full experience, so everything should be the same. But one problem or one thing that you are missing with this solution is that your smartphone can't be loaded at the same time as you are using this cable with this. Otherwise, it's fully the same thing, and we can just use it without the display dock. If you want to use the display dock instead, totally fine, do that too. It really doesn't matter what you are using in this case. And as you can see, we have this desktop-like experience, which is generated by our smartphone in this case. If you want to know more about all this, please have a look at the corner of there. There are a couple of other videos where I'm going to talk about all of this more in depth. Other than that, let's start with the different games, which will be Road Trip USA, Mr. Carcass, and Mini Golf Buddies. And for the first game, we are going to start with Road Trip USA. And for that, I'm going to go to my All Apps list at this case here, or this place. I'm going to click on that. It's a fun little game where you are going to search for different things. But what I really like about the game is that it's dedicated to a dead cat, more or less. So because the people who created this really liked the cat, probably, they got this game out as a memorial, more or less, for the cat. And what you can see here, Road Trip USA, just another search and find game, more or less. But in the end, it's from the makers of Max the Cat Studios, I think, and Max is more or less who this is dedicated to. I'm going to turn around now just to play it with you. I had a couple of different start problems with it. From time to time it's just going to go down if you played already one of the puzzles, but we will see. As you can see, I liked the game that much, or I already bought it, otherwise you wouldn't see this one, for instance, because the other ones you see here are only in the board version. These are the ones you can play for free. So if you want to try it out, here you can play whatever you want, and after that you might have to buy. Other than that, you can of course go to the options and just change, for instance, the language and stuff like that, music stuff. All the same, more or less, but you can go to credit in this case, and here you can see, for instance, the Max, the cat, who probably died away already. And if you like stuff like that, I'm going to click on that, and as you can see, we are now in the game. The game itself is just, more or less an image where you are going to search for different kind of things, and all over the place you're going to see one of the cats here. If you click that, this one has the most points you can get in the whole game. I really like it. Even so, it's not written somewhere down below or something. You just click on it and you can, more or less get those extra points. And I really like this whole concept and how they did it. It's a nice little touch, and I really like that they laughed the pet that much. Okay, so first off, we would have to find, for instance, a knife. A knife seems to be here, so we can click on that. As you can see, we got 1,500 points for that. We have to search for a bone in this case, which is Knochen in German. So a bone, probably in there are a couple of them, but not what we are searching for at the moment. As you can see, it's not totally easy there. It's not totally easy to find stuff and so, because they really, hiding it pretty well, if you ask me. Fire distinguisher, probably, I'm not sure. Hydrant in German, fire hydrant or Feuerhydrant. So the next one is a boat. That's pretty hard. I can't see something like a boat in here. Give me a couple of seconds. Yeah, probably not going to happen. I'm not sure where I should find those. As you can see, all over the place are little stuff which you could search for, or maybe not. There's a key. Can I click on it? No, it's not the key we are searching for. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to find stuff, especially because the translations are not the best. So if you're playing it in English, everything's fine. If you're playing it like I'm doing in German now, it's a little bit hard. You can switch the different languages in the menu. So if you want to go and play that, do that. That's fine too. I will have to click for a hint. So if I click here, you can see they are telling me something is over there. I'm not even sure what they're talking about now. This one? What is it? Stichwort. Okay. This is not a Stichwort. In German that would be a koi or something. Stichwort means something like a keyword or something, so that's a bad translation. That's a little bit unfortunate in this game. Sometimes you really run into this kind of translation errors, which are very, very bad and hard to solve if you ask me. So I'm searching for Cetera, so this is here, this is easy too. A Bischof, I already know that. This is not called a Bischof in German, it's a Läufer, which is a chess piece, but doesn't matter. It's going to work anyway. Now I'm searching for a fish. This seems to be one. Yeah, perfect. So a boat. As you can see, some are tattoos, some are really objects you're going to find here, and it's really not easy to get the right ones in and stuff like that. I'm, for instance, pretty sure that crunch isn't what they're looking for. Maybe a cone here? No. If you just don't know, click on it. It's going to happen. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you would call that a crunch. I'm not sure. Not the best translation, but okay. Still, where is a key on this but the one I already found here? This is a key, but probably, at least, I'm not sure, but probably it's a key. But they seem to search for something different. This? That's not a key. Okay, so really, really worst translation I had in this game from all over. I'm just going to click on this. Yeah, that might be, yeah, okay. That's a paper boat, so everything is fine there. Anyway, as you can see, we got all the stuff found now and we have the game played now. As you can see, if you played it, you get this icon there, and then you can go to the next ones and play again or do whatever you want to do. Other than that, I'm going to click on Ausfahrt, which is a funny German word for all the English speakers. In general, it's just an exit on a highway or something. But yeah, it has a second meaning for the English ones, but it's wrote differently, or written differently, so something a little bit, yeah, funny, whatever. So for this one, to make this one happen, I had to even switch my smartphone, because it's more or less a demo version, which they are giving you, and there's nothing you can buy or something. It's just a demo version, so if you want to play this game, you're probably only playing it once, because yeah, in the end, you really need different kinds of devices to play it. And for that, I got out my, this is an Alcatel Idol 4X, probably, yeah, which has Windows 10 Mobile on it too. And this one can be used to play this game again, because otherwise, because I of course tested it on my Lumia 950 XL, and it's a demo version, they don't let you play it once again after that. So in the end, it's a very fun game, and it's a pity that you have to do it like this and can't go on with it or something. But yeah, this is what I can show you about it. So first off, give me one sec. Yeah, I'm going to go to my all apps list in this case. If you're wondering why I'm not using this one all the time, I could. It's really nice. It has this Continuum feature too. It has a couple of different problems with drivers from some of the games. It has even a faster processor in it, so the processor is much faster than the one in the Lumia XL here. And problem about it is the graphic processor isn't. So in the end, I'm using this one as a good compromise because this one is just better optimized. But maybe in future I'm going to use this again too, because I really like it. If I would just touch it, get it into my hand and stuff like that, I really still like the feel and touch and everything about this phone too. But for this, we are even forced to use it. So as mentioned before, Mr. Carcass demo will be the one we are going to have a look at. And for that, I'm just going to click on it and give it a little bit of time to load. In the end, what is the game? You are going to have a nice intro too. So it will have a pretty nice intro with a nice storytelling. Okay, we are ready. There we go. In the end, Mr. Carcass is more or less this kind of guy, and this is more or less who you are going to play. And the interesting part about all this is that he is living in some kind of a bugs world, more or less. So bugs all around, and he is a bug too. For some reason, he doesn't look like it, but something like that. And it really doesn't make too much sense, but doesn't matter. In the end, he is going to hunt bugs down and stuff like that, and he is a good guy, but really an anti-hero or something, because in the end, he really has a couple of very clunky behaviors and stuff like that. So, very funny game, especially the parts around it are very nicely done, and the game itself is fun too. But in the end, let's have a look at that. You can already see what you can do here. You can go to new game, continue, cartoons, and bold laugh episodes. We are not going to show those. Those are his favorite TV shows or something. But we are going to go to new game, and I'm going to show you the game. And as mentioned before, I can't repeat this. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, and here we are. In the end, you are going to watch TV at the start. Just to let you know, you might not hear anything in this episode because that is one of the drawbacks of the Alcatel here. And sometimes the sound isn't really going to happen. But we will not really need it or something because there's not too much spoken. It's all about comics, more or less, like this one. And of course we can get rid of that. As you can see, the final episode of Bold Laughed is tonight, and he's watching this at the moment. So we have to click here to go to the next one. And as you can see, oh lord, you're gonna see huge. Oh, I know, babe, don't miss epic final episode tonight. In the end, it's very, very kinky in some kind of ways. And as you can see, he is really, a character, let's say it like that. So next one, somebody is close to his flat in the end, coming up, and as you can see, he is going to be the villain of the story, and he is going to send out some kind of bugs after us and after other people. And so in the end, as you can see, we are watching our TV series here, and somebody is going to, and he already know where he is, and he's trying to get that kind of guy out. So those are all the bad guys here in our episode. And in the end, he is going to more or less force this little girlish girl, whatever, to cry, so for help and stuff like that, so that we are going to go out. So he is just recognizing it, but really doesn't matter much, because he, at least last we meet again, I have kidnapped. Hey, shut up there, I'm watching my TV series, I really like it. And then he's just going to close off the window there, and they are left behind, more or less. And so they are just thinking about what to do and what should be done next, and he wants to watch his TV show. In the end, we see that there is a cable coming out of the building there, and this is of course the cable to the satellite. Or the satellite. I'm not even sure what the name of that is. Whatever, the antenna more or less. And so he can't after they disconnected that watch his favorite TV show, and that really gets him going. Not that there was somebody who was more or less crying for help or something. That wasn't the thing. It's all about his TV show. So he's going to grab his pistol there, and there's even some kind of a neighbor who is telling him, hey, the TV is broken, and he's going to fix it, of course, okay? And so this is the reason why he is going to go and get everything done. And now we are going to have the game. So the game is more or less about something like this. As you can see, he's going to give you an intro to the game itself, as you can see here. And in the end, all you have to do, sometimes it's quite hard to do that, is you will have to walk around, or better to say, hit this guy with your gun. So in the end, there is a little bit of a problem here, but it doesn't really matter. You don't have to press down, of course, in this case to go down, but whatever. You have to press this button. They are showing it in the right way, and now you will have to go to the next part by pressing it down, I think, yeah. And yeah, so sounds like a plan, cool. We are just going to shoot them, and as you can see, you should shoot somewhere here to get everything done. And how do you do that? You are just going to more or less try it, something like that. And then you're going to hit the button here, which is more or less like the gun's barrel or whatever. And if you do that, then he's going to shoot, and there is going to be ricochet. So it's going to bounce off the walls and stuff like that. And like this, you are going to try to do everything. And of course, if you can solve one of the puzzles or everything of the puzzles with just one shot, like maybe this one, okay, like one shot one, you are getting extra points for that. As you can see, 6,750 in this case after one shot. And then you just click next floor, and more or less you are going up till you are at your antenna and can click it back in, more or less. And this is a pretty fun game, if you ask me. So as you can see, again, if you can solve those stuff here with just one shot, perfect. If not, it's not the end of the world or something. And you shouldn't shoot at yourself. That is possible in some situations. And you should know that the bouncing off will not continue forever or something, but just a couple of bounces are allowed. So let's shoot in here. As you can see, bouncing. Okay, and we got it. One-shotted this floor too. So the next floor is going to be the next one, and you are just going up the different hills here. And this is more or less a little bit like, yeah, a combination of Crazy Birds maybe and something else, where you are shooting at stuff and not with, or better to say, with a pistol or something. But I really like the game itself. It's fun. So as you can see, that's very Crazy Birds like, and in the end, I really find it very bad that you can't play this forever, because it's really a nice one, and you really have to think a little from time to time. For instance, we can't do this, but I think he's going to shoot through the wood. Yeah, perfect. And as you can see, that happened, and there the bouncing of the bullet there is over. So let's see what we can do here. Of course, I'm just using my mouse in this case, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't run here because I don't have this icons there. So you will have to do it by mouth in this case. And we got it, and everything is fine. We can go to the next floor. And this is more or less the way you are going to play the whole game. Just try it out, I really like it. Yeah, hopefully you can play it more often than me, but it's a demo, so probably not. And so just try it out if you like this game, I really like it. Yeah, and so let's have a look at the last game in this episode, which is going to be Mini Golf Buddies. Mini Golf Buddies is exactly what you are searching for if you are like me and playing mini golf is something you like, because then you really can use this game to, yeah, just play it. It's not about getting a better skill or something in real life. I'm playing mini golf, for instance, in VR, which is a lot more realistic, of course, but still, this is a nice game I want to show you. So let's go to Mini Golf Buddies. If I click on that, what you're going to be is, yeah, you're going to have different kind of levels, more or less, in this, where you're going to play different kind of courses, of course. And in the end, you have this little 3D, yeah, experience. It's a little bit of experience, but whatever. And what you have to do is you have to fight the different courses here and play them with them. Try to really get them running. It's a really nice game, done in a nice way. Just click away the little advertisements you see there, and I'm going to turn around to show you everything. So, as you can see, there are a couple of different options here. For instance, you can go to the store, you can go to the buddies options. I'm not going to show you much of that because it really doesn't matter. Other than that, you can of course use the music and whatever to mute them or not, and you can use graphical effects or not. I'm going to just leave it at the defaults for now, and I'm going to go in here, and as you can see, you have a career, so you can just go for a single player mode, and you can go for a 4-player mode. In this case, I'm going to go for single player now for showing you. Other than that, you can of course go there and play them yourself. As you can see, there are a couple of different lanes, more or less, you're going to play here. A lot of them, if you click through, about 60 as it seems. And now I'm just going to play with you the 5th one, because this is the one for me in the end. I'm going to play now. And yeah, what is happening here? As you can see, you really have a little bit of a course. It's getting harder and harder at the start, of course. It's very, very simple. But now we already have a couple of different more hardcore ones. And you can play this by moving your player around with your keyboard. So use your keyboard with WASD, for instance, and just to turn it, or turn the player in different directions here. If you're ready, just click once to activate the power bar, more or less. And by clicking another time, you're telling him, okay, please play it with this kind of power, which was much too much for this course. So we will have to go a little bit more easy on this and just go in again. As you can see, the player is going to go in here, and you have, of course, a timer to play this. So don't waste too much time, otherwise you're going to lose this. In the end, as you can see, we can play it now, move around. Of course, you can, for instance, use this to let your player go around too, if you're playing with a smartphone. So, let's try this again. And as you can see, you can, of course, go for all the different coins here, which will give you a better power-up, more or less, or a better score in the end. I don't think you have to. If you don't want to, just play the course like you want to. That's fine too. And there we go. We will have to try it out, and we died because the time went off. But in the end, as you can see, this is a game. I really like it. You really have to play all the different courses here. And yeah, I lost in this case, so I'm maybe going to try it again. In the end, it's not very hard and you can easily play this, but if you are, for instance, like me, talking too much in the end, then you might run into trouble here. So we are going to go through and make it much faster. I'm not going to care too much about all the different coins here in this case. There we go, we got one. which is of course a lot too less. You have to go for more if you really want to play the game and win it. But in the end, as you can see, very simple. If you hit the aim there, we get it. In the end, you can already see how many hits you can take there to get whatever. He's asking me to rate this game. I'm not going to in this case. But in the end, I really like the game. It's a fun one. You can, for instance, go for this bonus if you want to. So watching a video, of course, of any kind of advertisement. But you're getting it nicely presented here, so you can do it. You don't have to. There's not too much of advertisement in here or something. Just this little hover that is appearing sometimes. But it's really not worth mentioning in the end. And other than that, I would say just play it. I really like this game, and I think you will like it too if you like mini golf, or at least playing such games of mini golf. Okay, so this was the last game of the episode. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I hope you had fun with it. Have a great time. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And of course, if you didn't subscribe till now to the channel, you might want to do that now. Other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Have a great time, have a great day, and bye.